What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Diesel Dog video and yet another video of me changing my truck. Yes, that's right. If you've been following me for a while, then you know I'm running the 3-inch level in front, stock block out the back with a 2-inch block in there. And I have been running these 2018 Chevy Silverado wheels with a 325 60/18 Nitto Terra Grappler. I bought these off Marketplace for like 200 bucks a couple years ago, and I've gotten a lot of miles out of them. So awesome purchase. I snagged those. Actually, they were in my town. I saw they had posted like 20 minutes prior. I said, I'm on my way right now to come get them. Doesn't matter. So I was running those. I did for a few weeks run the 2-inch spacers. This is what I was running here, some aluminum spacers I had got off Amazon. So if anyone's interested in some 2-inch spacers, I've got some for sale and I might be selling those too. So like I said, it's time for a change. Now, since these tires are bald, I need a new set of tires. I went back to Marketplace to see what I could find. And I did find a little bit of a deal. I'm looking for something to get me by for a little bit. I wanted to go a smaller size. The 325s look awesome. I like them, but as far as driving, they kind of fatigue you down a little bit. They're pulling each way. They kind of hydroplane in heavy rain. So as far as daily driving, they're not ideal. Pretty wide tire. So I wanted to go a little bit smaller. I'll show you what I found here. So what I found was a set of Duratracs. They got some pretty good meat left there. Another set I found for 200 bucks. They were actually asking 250. I talked them down to 200. Threw them on my old spray bombed Silverado wheels just to get me by. Mounted these things in my garage right there. 2 of them still had old tires on there, so I had to break the bead down by just driving up on top of the sidewall and smacking the bead off the rim there. And then I just use soapy water. I lube those up and then I shove them up on the rim, and then the outside I use some pry bars. Anyways, so I got a whole set on there. It's a complete set. They are a 275 65/18, a little bit smaller, but already drivability wise way more comfortable. And I forgot how much I actually dig the black rims on this thing. So this is what I'm cruising with right now. The past couple days I've had these on here, and so far I like them. And also I've gained 1 mile per gallon on my dash, showing me my average miles per gallon. I went from like 13.1 it was showing to just pulling up today before this video, it showed 14.2. So I may do a video on my gas mileage change after I do all the changes. So that's the first thing I'm doing. This is probably gonna be a temporary setup, or I may just keep them on there because I think they actually kind of look good. I mean, not bad. Definitely different than the 325s and the 2-inch spacers, but it kind of gives it more of just a, you know, a nice clean daily driver look rather than these big old meats. I always actually wanted to try a set of Duratracs. I like the tire. They're a nice, beefy, aggressive looking tire, and anyone that runs them really likes them. See the rust starting on the truck. 13-year-old truck, over 200,000 miles in Illinois. That's gonna happen. Anywho, so there's a little bit of chopping since it's a used set, and the road noise is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm really happy with this set on there so far. I'm running balance beads in there. I'm gonna do another video on these balance beads, but I am running balance beads, kind of testing them out. So like I said, I've only been running them a couple days. In about a week, I'll do a review on them as far as daily driving goes. So that's the wheel and tire setup. What else do I have in store? Well, I would like to lower it back down. The 3-inch lift looks good, especially with some bigger tires. I really like it. I like the way it looks, but for daily driving, not ideal. Also, my angles are freaking crazy. So if you remember, we're running the 3-inch level. We got the Rough Country upper control arms, which help, but I don't really like my CV angles as well as my tie rod angles. So I would rather drop it back down, get some drivability back in this thing, and gain some miles per gallon. If you know what you're getting into, run the 3-inch. level. If you put it on there expecting to still have a nice ride and not mess up anything long term, then you're in for a surprise, because eventually you're going to end up having CV boots crack and sling grease everywhere, especially if you put it on the older vehicle that their whole life they've been straight. Now all of a sudden they're angled, and that hard rubber, the boot, is now working, fighting itself, and it's going to crack and sling grease. I've seen it. So here's what I got. Rough Country 2-inch leveling kit. Could have bought some a little bit cheaper, but I decided to go with just something, you know, I found them on Amazon, and 2-inch level, this kit was only like 40 bucks. So I'm gonna drop it back down with the old Rough Country. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the back yet. I'm gonna wait to drop the front down and see where I'm at level wise, because right now I do sit a little bit higher in the front than I do the back. It's not much, but you know, it's kind of that you know, bro runner stance, whatever they call it. So I think it looks good. I like the stance that it's at now, so I want to drop it back down. If it's raked more than my liking, then I'll either put the stock block back in or just remove the rear block altogether and see where that gets me. I can always throw the 1-inch block in there later, but kind of playing around with it right now. I'll never be happy, I'll never be satisfied, and I like just swapping stuff and experimenting a little bit. That's what I like doing. I know most of you are following me for the work content, the diesel content, the mechanic content and all that, but some of you enjoy some of my Silverado videos, so I'll keep making them, and I like tinkering around with them, so I might as well make some videos. So that is where I'm at with the Silverado right now. Some big changes happening. I'm excited. I'm excited to get some drivability back. It's a stiff ride with that 3-inch level in there, even with the upper control arms. It did make a difference. It helps. It rides okay, but every time I get in a vehicle like mine at work that's stock, I'm like, man, this thing just rides so much better. Doesn't look as good, but it rides better. And right now with my daily drive in this thing, I kind of want some drivability back. So that's where we're going with that. I'm going to try to sell some wheels and tires and some spacers and do some changes here. And as soon as I get the 2-inch level on there and figure out the back, I'll do another video and we'll go from there. Maybe see what MPGs I get now after that. So thanks guys for following along on all these little quirky videos I do on my truck and stuff. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.